Okay guys, Swiss Moise de Lani Python di Nada Sana. You're welcome to this session. First of all, I do really apologize for not uploading a video on the last week. Of course, I was a little busy and I was something keeping me busy out of YouTube. Okay, but in this week, we are going to cover how you can actually prevent against the broken access control vulnerability in the Django. I'll take you through the tips on how you can detect broken authentication, how these attackers and the hackers do our exploitation of broken access control, and how you can fix it. So here I'll show you a simple vulnerable application I lectured in a previous time, and it was vulnerable to broken access control. And I'll show you how these attackers use Burp Suite to exploit broken access control and so on, right? So that is by meaning, let's jump in by starting to learn what is broken access control vulnerability by meaning. Broken access control vulnerability exists when a user can in fact access some resources or perform some action that they are not supposed to be able to access. Okay, so what we and there are two types of broken access control. There is a horizontal and there is a vertical. I'll actually not dive deep down inside in these two types of broken access control vulnerabilities. But let me add you a simple example. For example, we do expect that if a user is a normal user, he or she is not supposed to access the resources which are assigned to admin user only. Okay, so a normal user is expected to perform operations associated with normal user and not of admin type, okay, or admin role based. So here there is a simple web application I created and I lectured on my YouTube video, which was book app web application where user can upload the books, read and download it. So if you are interested to learn about this, please check out my previous tutorials and you'll actually find out this tutorial. So here I'll log in as normal user. I am full bar, so I'll actually going to log in as full bar. And as you can see here, this is actually my username. And what you can actually see here, these are all of functionalities associated with normal user on book app web application. So I can actually add a book, something like that. Okay, I can go to group chat. I can request a delete. I can ask admin to delete for a specific book. Okay, so by entering the book ID. And if you read here, make sure the book you request to be deleted was uploaded by you, unless otherwise the book will not be deleted. If I come up here, you can see these are the books ID. Okay, this has ID 7. Okay, so if I want to request a book to be deleted, I'll send here a request to admin. Maybe delete a book with ID 7. Don't know if this works. The request sent. So how you can actually detect broken access control in this web application? The pattern is to look on URL. As you can see here, you can see this is publisher. Okay, I'm logged in as publisher. So I can try multiple ways. Okay, I can do something like this. Publish, I can try out to say, is there any editor? You can see no. So unfortunately enough, if the web application has been deployed with debug on, you can see the URLs here. But there is another way, like Go Booster. There is a way this cybersecurity expert do use to brute force the directory. Okay. So here you can see there is a dashboard. So I may be interested. What is in dashboard? What if I type dashboard? Dashboard. Boom. You can see admin dashboard. I have now access to admin dashboard. This is actually what is called the this is something called broken access control, because I am not admin, but now I'm assessing the assets or resources for admin. Let's get back on our definition. You can see here broken access control vulnerability exists when a user can in fact access some resource or perform some action that they are not supposed to be able to access. Here we have actually accessed the admin dashboard. So this is actual or total broken access control. And here I can, I can see these people want request for books to be deleted. I can manage a book here and I can actually delete a book. Are you sure you want to delete a book? Yes. Boom. So now after assessing the resources which I am in fact not supposed to access, now I have performed an action which I'm actually not supposed to do, like deleting books. So I can choose to delete everything here. And this is a consequence of broken access control vulnerability. So this is actually how you can detect it. You can detect by checking the pattern of your URL. You can actually detect it by brute forcing the directories or path of your web application, but you can also use Burp Suite. Okay, that's cool. Okay, let me show you something. JSON place holder API. So when I click here, okay, you can see users. Okay, users, what if I put one? Okay, I can see the information of user one. Two, I can see the information of user two. So this is actual, some web application, they are actual, I mean, I don't know how to put this, but when someone has logged in, you may find something like this, profile / ID of a user, maybe one. So quick one, anyone, a user with cybersecurity background or knowledge or attacker can try out to put it too and see what is going on. As you can see here, I can put it 3. So attacker usually find out this broken access control manual, but sometimes they use a tool called Burp Suite. Okay, this is actually a bonus to you for this tutorial, and this is actual my Kali Linux machine. You in fact don't need to install Kali Linux or being able to use this tool called the Burp Suite, which is mostly um, used by attacker to detect. Okay, as I've told you, I've actually, as I have shared the experience with you, how you can find the manual broken access control, but this is a simple automated way you can find out the broken access control. So for example, I am logged into a simple web application whereby I put my ID here and I see the information of my profile. What I'll actually try out to do is to increment or to decrement the ID, I mean the number, and check out if I can be able to see the information of other users, or if I can be able to access the profiles of other user. So let us open the browser, turn on intercept, and put this. Okay, boom. The concept here is actually trying to see how many user ID we can access. Okay, so this is our information. So I can click here, maybe send this to intruder. Okay, so this is our intruder. Here payloads can choose numbers. I can say from 1 up to, I want to check if there are about maybe 50 users. I mean, if I have been able to access information of user profile at ID 1, 2, 3, and what I'm actually trying out to automate here, I want to see the range of user ID or the range of user profile I can access. So I want to use this Burp Suite to automate the process and see how many user profiles I can see. So here I can say step by one. That's cool. Don't need. So if I come here, what I can actually do here, okay, I can add. That's cool. Let us start attack. Okay. You can see the status is 200, means that there is a user with this ID, right? Come here on response rows. Okay, render. Okay, you can see the information, but here 404 means that there is no information. There is no user with ID 11, and I can actually come here. There is no. That's cool. So here, attacker can be sure that he can access the user information with the ID starting with 1 up to ID ending up to 10. Okay, here there is no ID. That's cool. So I can choose ID 10 here, and if I put 10, I'm able to access the information. So this is actually a simple automated ways how these attackers or people with cybersecurity background or knowledge in their subconscious mind try out to find these broken access control. I've told you two types of broken access control, which is vertical and horizontal, but also I have actually shared the experience to you how you can find the broken access control manually and by using automated tool, which is Burp Suite Intruder. So let us go and see how we can actually fix, okay, how we can actually fix this vulnerability. First of all, I'll open up the model. I'll actually open the database, okay. So open database, go here on book, open this. Okay, I'll go to user, and I can see here. Okay, and here I can see the structure. You can see is admin. Is admin, there is a single admin which is Natalia. So we expect user who is admin should only be able to access the admin dashboard. Okay, so what we can actually go to do here, let me do quick. So we'll go here on, let's open views. Okay, so there is dashboard. What is dashboard? Okay, view dashboard. You can come here and search dashboard. Okay, dashboard. So what we can actually do here is okay, we can do something. The purpose here is to check if a user is admin. Okay, the purpose is to check if a user is admin. So what we can actually do here, there are two ways. Okay, first of all, we must assure that a user who is accessing this dashboard has logged in. Then after, we'll actually try to let me show you something here. Okay, can do something like this. Import. Okay, we can say from Django dot shortcuts. Okay, from Django dot shortcut import get something like this. Then after, let us go to our dashboard. First of all, let us import login so as the user must be able to, the user who are accessing this page should be logged in. Okay, so we can say from the Django dot contrib dot auth dot decorators import login required. That's okay. Then after, okay, dashboard. So here what we can actually try to do here, we can say can say get something like this. Okay, here we can put model, which is user. Okay, then after we can say is admin is equal to true, but also user can say ID is equal to request dot user dot ID. Think something like this. Okay, let us get back here on our browser. Okay, dashboard. You can see page not found. Okay, but if I logged in as Natalia, you can see that page not found. But when I come here, I actually don't remember Natalia. What was the username? Natalia. So let me try Natalia. Sign in. Invalid. So let me do one trick here. So let me say Natalia. Okay. Can actually not be able to log in. What is happening? The username is Natalia, capital N, Natalia. Sign in. What is happening? Okay, now let me do something here. Let me say this user fullbar is admin. Okay. Let me put one here. Control S to save the changes. Let me refresh here. Let me say this is fullbar. Fullbar log in. What is this happening? I can actually not understand what is happening. Oh, so I'm actually trying out to log in as fullbar. I can't manage. Hey baby, can you please help me adapter? My laptop is running out of charge. Okay. Excuse me guys, I'm requesting for adapter. I can see why, I don't know why I can't log in. What's happening? What is the problem? Okay, let me see here. What is happening? Can't log in. I was able to log in as fullbar. Okay, let me register a new user. Let me say okay, let me say tester. Here let me say tester@gmail.com. Don't know what's wrong. Tester, register. That's cool. Let's say this is tester. Tester, sign in. Don't know what happened, but now I can log in as tester. So let me try out to access the dashboard. Okay, dashboard. I can't access the dashboard. What if I say, let me refresh here, our database. Let's say tester is admin. Just put one here, save. What if I refresh here? Oh, that's cool. What's happening in this user tester? We actually be able to access can see this user can still not be able to access dashboard. I mean full bar. So it's full bar, sign in. Oh, don't know. Okay, let's say this is full bar. I've actually changed the password for full bar from full bar to tester. Valid username, valid password. Let us try out to register another user. Let's say this is root@gmail.com. Password is root. Register, successful register. Registered, that's login. It's root. That's cool. So let us try out to see if user root, who is normal user, can actually access dashboard. Cannot. Why? Because root is not admin. So this is actually a simple way you can actually prevent from broken access control. As you can see here, I have tried to see if a user is admin, and if ID is equal to, okay, is equal to, okay, and if ID is equal to request ID, okay, but I think this is not a smart way. Okay, let us just look for another way to do it in a smart way. Okay, request, this should not be something like this. Okay, but also to do something here. Okay, let me say let us print, I'm actually finding a better way. Let's say request.user.username. Let's try out to print this in our console. So let us refresh this. ID is expected. Okay, no worry. Let's put this ID. Okay, let us refresh the browser. That's cool. Let's see the output. You can see the user is tester. Okay, so we can put it in a smart way. We can say username is equal to request.user.username. I mean, what you actually want to see, if there is, you can see here, I don't know how to speak, I don't know how to present this, but what we actually want to do here is to say that the user who is submitting the request should be equal to username, and there must be an admin. That's why I've tried to print here. Okay, you can see. So if I refresh something like this, call, you can see tester. So the technique behind is to make sure that the username is equal to username and the admin is equal to true. If we get back here on DB browser, okay, recent browse users. So if you come here, you can see the username is tester. That will resolve to true, okay? And is admin is equal to 1. But here, user root cannot access the admin dashboard because the username will actually get the root, will get root username, but the ID is not equal to 1. So in short, what we can actually say here, make sure the user who is accessing the dashboard, the username is equal to username and the admin is true. We want that the user, like here, the user is actually a tester. I want to be sure that if the user tester is admin, can get this view, unless otherwise cannot see. So this is a simple way. You can actually put it clear. Let me try to do something. Return HTTP response unauthorized. Okay. Okay. I can say if is not, don't know, this is true. Okay. I want to do something like this. Let me. Okay, let's do something like this. Check dashboard. What you want to do here is actually to see what is value returned here. Okay, so let us refresh this. Okay, when we see here test term. Okay, so what if we want to access from root? Refresh. You can see root, but this is none. Okay, so we can say if check dashboard is none, let's say print user cannot access this page. That's cool. So let us refresh here from user root session. We can see if it's not, let me try out to refresh here. Okay, so we get this error. Refresh here. Still get it for error. Okay. Okay, another way we can do this. I think this will actual. So I think this is the best way. What you can actually do here. Let me end up here because it is actually taking a long time. So before I close up this session, let me add another example, right? So let's say you have two models, I mean two tables. You have table post and then you have table user. And then the two tables have relationship. Let me check out if table book has relationship. That's cool. You can see here each book has ID. I mean the ID of user uploaded. So how can you actual control broken access control in this case? Okay. Let me do something here. Let me get back here on the publisher and try out to see if in fact we can manage to do this. Unfortunately enough, we don't have edit functionality. But what I want to showcase here is that if we could have edit functionality for security wise, we must make sure that the user who has access to edit the book is the creator of that book, the creator of that information, and so on. I'll put the an example. Let's say book ID. Okay, putting as example maybe one. So this maybe is a URL path to delete a book by using post method. Okay, to prevent another user to delete the books which are not theirs, you must do something like this. It is actually going to be similar. Okay, in fact you can do something like this. Okay, so here you can put model book. Okay, and then you can say id is equal to request.user.id. What does this mean? Actually, this means that get a book where ID is equal to user requesting ID. I mean, this is actually where to make sure that the user who is trying to delete the book is the real uploader or the real creator of that book, because every request comes with ID. So let me give an example. So this is ID 1, okay, uploaded by Noel, okay. So if I have logged in as Moses, I cannot delete this book because the check here performed is to make sure that the ID is equal to request.user.id. The user who wants to delete this book, we must make sure that is the user who uploaded this book. I think sometimes it's very difficult to explain this, but I think you get the concept. This will check and make sure that the user who want to delete the book or to edit is the user who uploaded the book. And here we check to make sure that normal user cannot access admin dashboard, and here, okay, the condition is to make sure that the user who did not upload a book cannot edit, cannot delete. But if you want to make other user view, it's okay, don't put this, okay? No need to put this. But when it comes to modification checkout, to ensure that the user uploaded or created a data, the user who is supposed to make modification. That was additional example. I think this should be the end of this session, guys. So you can see now we can restrict as a user to access the resources which are not supposed to. Thank you so much. If you found out this video helpful, don't forget to like, put comment, share, and subscribe. Your like, your comment will mostly be appreciated, because in my spare time I enjoy reading my viewers comment and checking out how many people likes my video and so on. So let me end up this session by just to thank you by 8 different international languages, as have a big interest in learning different languages. I'll start with my local language, which is in fact Swahili. So asante sana, thank you very much, muchas gracias, merci beaucoup, muito obrigado, kamza, hamida, aita, danke in German. Thank you. Hope to see you in my coming tutorials.